Hi everyone, welcome to Underrated Nails. We are back doing another winter look. This is going to be inspired by red, burgundy, a little bit of nude, and some Christmas glitter. Let's get into it. Alright, so this is the nails, how it look after I'm done. So let's dig into it. Alright, so I'm starting off with Young Nails Protein Bind. And I have already prepped my nails off camera. And I have filed and shaped the nail tips. And I am just ready for protein bind. So I'm adding a few drops of protein bind initially because I had a lot on the brush. And then I'm going in and I am spreading that into my nail bed. I will be doing 2 coats of this protein bind just because I'm very hard on my nails. And I just want to make sure I have no lifting. Now I'm going in with Glam and Glitz. This is called Katrina. This is a very fiery red and is very gorgeous. Then I'm going in with this color that I got from Kiss. It is just a nude. It doesn't have a name, but it's very cute. And then I'm using Young Nail Speed Pink as a base layer. And then I'm using Noonan Torres' Fiesta Sierra, which is a Christmas glitter. And then I'm also using Young Nails Speed Pink as a cover for all of that. I'm going in with Young Nails Monmer. And I am going to start the set off. All right, so I'm starting with a clear bead, very thin, just to go over each nail, just to protect my nail bed and nail plate from any of that glitter or color staining. And I'm going to do that to all 5 nails. So I decided later on I wanted to use Innocently Guilty by Glam and Glitz. Also, it is a mood color changing, so it changed from that deep burgundy to pink. And I'm going to mix that with that beautiful red. I am going to be using this very, very thin as I apply this color to my nails. And I'm bringing it up so I can get that beautiful red color at the tips of my index and my pinky finger. All right, next I'm going in with Innocently Guilty. And I am using that as I go in this nail. And I'm going to apply this color very, very thin. Also, you will see as it starts to cure that it will start to change colors. Now I'm going in and using that same maroon color, and I am just blending that into that red just to get a slight bit of ombre. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just want a little bit of transition between those two colors since they are perfect ombre colors. So on the thumb, I'm using that red and that burgundy together, and I am going to ombre those two colors together. Just something very simple and cute. All right, so I decided that I wanted my pinky to be fully red. So now I'm just going in with a small bead, and I am just pushing that back towards the cuticle as tight as possible. And then I'm going to blend that down into the initial bead that was placed on that nail tip. Once I finish with the red on the pinky, I'm going to go in with that burgundy color, and I'm just going to add it to the tip and blend that out like I did with the index finger. All right, so for the middle finger, I'm going in with that Nunes Taurus Fiesta, which is a Christmas glitter. And I thought it was very, very pretty. And so I'm going in and use that as like the accent nail. Alright, so while the glitter acrylic is still wet, I am going to go in with some little pieces of gold foil, and I'm going to break that up over the nail. Alright, now I'm going in with that nude, and I'm going to ombre that nude over the red and burgundy on my index finger. And I wind up not picking up enough product in this, and I wind up not getting a great ombre like I would probably have if I had used my dominant hand to do these nails. But it really didn't matter because I'm going over with glitter and add some touches to it just to make it sure it's a better seamless look. Once I finish with that one, I'm also going to ombre that ring finger also. And I am going to do that very, very slightly. Make sure it's very, very thin so I'm not covering too much of my red. And you can still see the red and the burgundy. Now I'm going in with some gold foil, and I am going to add some gold foil just where where the blend lines are between that nude, that red, and that burgundy. And I'm just going to use that as an effect on the ring finger also. Alright, so now on the thumb, I left a little patch, and I wanted to just do a slight bit of ombre there, right into that red on the corner of that thumb. And then now I'm going to use some clear, and I'm going to place different pieces of gold on that nail. Right now, I'm about to go in with some of that speed pink I have, and I'm just adding that to the pinky so I can go ahead and add some gold foil pieces to that nail as well. This was a freestyle, so I was making up the design as I go. So if you see me going over nails I have already went over, it was just because it was a freestyle. I'm now going in with the Uno Gelish, which kept falling out of my hand, in the color called Electric Kiss. And I have went over there and I have added that color over some of those gold foils, and just to get a different color to go with that burgundy and that red. So now I'm going in with some black ink, some black alcohol ink, and I'm going to spray that just to give it some depth in between that nail and those gold pieces of foil. So I am using acetone to move that black around how I want it. And I didn't have enough black on that first one, so I just went back and added a little bit more. Now I'm going in with like a brown, sort of, a brownish pinkish alcohol ink, and I'm just over topping that because I don't want it to be totally clear. I want it to have like a little bit of tint to it. So I got out a second color where it's a little darker in the brown tone. And so as you see, I just swatched it, and I'm going back over it, and I'm going to use that also. And now that I'm finished with everything, I'm going to go ahead and start adding pieces of glitter to overlay those gold foils and that black that I just added. All right, and now that I have everything on there, this is how I look before I encapsulate. All right, so now I'm about to go in with my size 14 brush, and I'm going to encapsulate my nails. Alright, so I have file, shape, and buff offline. And now I'm going in with Young Nails Ultimate Finish. And I'm about to top coat. Alright, so I cured those nails for 2 minutes. And here is the look before I add any stones. So I couldn't decide initially which stones I wanted to use, so I chose between the red and the shifting ones, the pink shift to purple, and the pink shift to blue, or the pink shift to green. So I decided to go with the pink shift to green. So I'm just using some nail glue, and I did file some of these spots just because I want to have a little bit of rough before I place my stones on there, so it can have better adhesion. Because sticking to a top coat, it can stick, but it does stick way better to a roughed up spot with no top coat or buff top coat. So in the midst of me stoning my nails, my camera light went out on the phone because it was dying. So I had to finish the rest. Alright, so here is the finished look in the sunlight. I love it. Beautiful freestyle with glitter and mood color changing acrylic.